Hello everyone, welcome again to the channel. Today I want to share with you some more news related to the current situation in Ukraine and the international complications of this. So the first one says Germany has been forced to tap gas storage as Russia holds Nord Stream operations. The essence of this is that Germany withdrew on Tuesday more natural gas from storage than the gas volume injected into storage site for the first time since April. It seems like Belgium also had a similar situation for a different reason. And it seems like apparently they have this goal that they want to have storage to 80% by November 1st. And the main thing is that they are trying to kind of protect themselves because they think that it's possible that Russia may never resume the gas flows via Nord Stream 1 after the maintenance period is over. So this is something I already discussed in a previous video. First of all, these sanctions, they were the decision of the European Union. It was part of some sanctions package. They wanted to stop using some gas, and as part of this, now they are claiming that Russia is using this as a weapon. So I wonder, I already made a video about this, that it was possible, in my opinion, that Russia could just decide to impose their own sanctions on the European Union. Because just remember that this military conflict is not involving the European Union. However, they decided unilaterally to impose sanctions in Russia. So I thought, why cannot Russia retaliate and just cut the gas, cut the oil, a complete energy embargo? That would be a suitable response to their aggressiveness. I don't see why not they will want to do it. And it seems like now they are kind of rolling around with this idea that it's possible that Russia will do it, but then they say that Russia is using it as a weapon. So when they do the sanctions, it's completely normal, but if Russia does some counter sanctions, then Russia is being aggressive and is using energy as a weapon. So yeah, I don't know, it's very ironic that they are doing this kind of declarations. And this comes from Shell chief. He warns that Europe could be forced to ration energy this winter. So imagine that, no? They are still trying to convince the public that they should be careful with energy, that they should shower less, they should lower the use of energy during the winter, and they are even mentioning the possibility to have public places with heating. So if you don't have enough money to heat your house, you can go there. So this is a very, very strange situation, especially because this crisis, they're struggling with this crisis, no? And the main goal of these sanctions is to punish Russia, but Russia is not being punished. They are punishing themselves. They are punishing their population. I think gas prices have skyrocketed 7 times more than they were before this whole circus started. So it's just incredible, and people don't have money to pay, you know. So this is affecting especially the poorest in the European Union, and I think this is affecting more people in Eastern Europe than in Western Europe also. So, but they don't seem to be willing to compromise, is just incredible. They continue pushing forward with this. And again, Macron is going to have problems. France is going to have problems with energy. It seems like the situation in France is some kind of strange coincidence that at the same time they had this problem with the gas supply, but France needs to do some maintenance in their nuclear plants, so they cannot provide for the energy that is not being going to be supplied by Russia. And here they say, that Russia is using energy as a weapon, and the conflict in Ukraine was set to last. As you know, the highest inflation in most of major economies in the world for decades, and it's self-imposed. They decided to do it, but they want to spend even more money in weapons. You see, the defense budget will not decline. On the contrary, we must reinvest in our stocks. We must be able to produce more munitions and faster. And he somehow said that France and NATO wanted to stop the war without waging war. And this war will last, but France will always be in a position to help Ukraine. That is, in my opinion, a big lie. They are not supporting Ukraine. They are only supporting their own ideas, their own principles, their own stupidity, really, and they're hurting their economies, they're hurting their people, they're hurting the industries in their countries, they're destroying the industries, and people need to put up with this stupidity when there is a very simple solution: negotiate, diplomacy, peace talks. It's very, very simple, but all the countries in the European Union and NATO, they decided that it's easier to continue doing this proxy war, because that's what they're doing. They try to debilitate Russia, they try to defeat Russia using the Ukrainians. So they don't care about the Ukrainians. This is some fantasy, They don't care about Ukraine, not even one bit. They don't. Politicians are all just liars. They don't care about Ukraine, never cared about Ukraine. They don't care about it now. They don't care about their own population. They don't care about anyone except themselves. This is the truth. There is a very simple solution for this. The war could stop tomorrow if they want it. They can just talk to Russia, let's say, let's negotiate, let's find a solution, let's use diplomacy, but they don't want to do it. It's never want to do peace. Always more war. And Germany wants to put even 2.4 billion euros to use for Ukraine refugee relief, and they are mentioning, some statistics that about 800,000 people from Ukraine are refugees in Germany. Some of them have been registered and they might find employment, but overall they are, like a problem for the German economy, because they need support. A lot of people is very young, so they are not able to work. Children cannot work. Mothers, sometimes they need to take care of the children, or they don't have skills, or people are too old to work as well, So it is a big problem for Europe, but this shouldn't have happened. There was a way to avoid it, and they didn't want to. They had no interest in doing that. And now this is the latest and greatest idea. Switzerland is interested in joining NATO. Imagine that, So the Swiss are increasingly warming towards greater security cooperation with NATO and the EU. Fewer believe that neutrality protects Switzerland, and this was done through some kind of survey. And again, this is just warmongering. There is a vested interest in trying to promote the insecurity how to say, narrative. The narrative that if you are joining NATO, you are going to be safer as a country. It's not true. There is nothing protective. There's nothing about security with NATO. It's just more warmongering. And it's really a pity that Switzerland has lost their neutrality. This is a disgrace for the Swiss banking system. The Swiss legendary neutrality that is not really complete, but at least military neutrality, they have even struggled to maintain it. And now there is this story that they are even, somehow convincing with propaganda their population that they will feel more secure, or they will be more secure with NATO. Imagine that, So that's just ridiculous. And again, they are talking about this stupid idea of the proposal from the United States that they want to create some kind of cap price for the Russian oil. Is just a ridiculous idea. It will never work for different reasons. I'm not going to discuss all the possibilities. I'm just saying that in order for this to work, basically every country in the world that is in the possibility to find or buy oil from Russia will have to agree to buy it at a lower price, just because the United States says so. Just for that. Just because they say so, no? So you are the slave of the United States, and you're doing what they say. That's what it is. They are dictating everyone in the world. That's what they want to do. They want to dictate every country in the world what they should do, what price they should use to buy commodities in the international market. It's just unacceptable, in my opinion, for most countries, and it's just completely ridiculous. This will never work, As you know, China and India continue to buy Russian oil at a discount, but this is like bilateral negotiations between Russia and each individual country. But this is okay. If they do it, that's their own decision, I don't see why this will work. But they continue to push the idea, it's more, I don't know, this stupid bully attitude of the United States government continue to do it. And this last story is kind of interesting. They say that some business that were leaving Russia are somehow interested in maybe investing in Kazakhstan, and it seems like Kazakhstan is trying to provide some incentives for these businesses to invest in Kazakhstan. And Mr. Dmitry Peskov says that this was okay. Like, there is nothing wrong with another country trying to attract some foreign investment. So he said that it was completely normal. He didn't see anything, particularly negative about the idea. So good for Kazakhstan if they get some benefits out of this. I will also agree that this is absolutely positive for Kazakhstan. So that's all I wanted to say for now. And I also want to remind you of the opportunity to help and support my work. As you know, I'm a content creator, and my topics are usually critics of politics, and there is a big censorship about this topic, especially in the YouTube platform. So I'm asking you to support my work, and you can do it through different ways. I usually put the links in the description of my videos, so you can do it through Wise or to Patreon or Subscribestar. Depending on the platform, there are different options for support. So you can do this at your own level, whatever is your possibility, and this will certainly help me. You can also like the videos, share them in social media, subscribe to the channel. Less than 20% of people watch my videos and are subscribed, so I urge you to subscribe and support my work in different ways that you can do it. And of course, I want to be able to have an income from my work, and this will be absolutely good for me, some positive situation. So I'm asking for your help in any way you can. That's all for now. I want to see you again very soon. Thank you for watching.